Hello and welcome to the S46 ISFL Draft. I am your host, DC. I'm a little bit sick, so if I sound weird, that's why. I also have a cough drop right now. So, um, I am the former GM of the Chicago Butchers and the current presenter of the draft, and I'll be reading for the Butchers and the Yeti and the Hawks. And I like long walks on the beach. And I'm joined by an awful cast of people who will introduce themselves now.
I am Dwalt27. I am the GM of Berlin, and I like long walks on the beach, sushi, and smooth jazz.
What's up, everybody? I'm Lord Cool Cats. I am the GM for the Cape Town Crash. I'll be reading for the purple teams. That's New Orleans and Cape Town. I enjoy long walks on the beach, spoken word poetry, and talking trash about Honolulu's GM Ice Bear.
I am Painted. I'm the current GM of Chicago. I'll be reading for SJS, Sarasota, and Honolulu. I like long walks on the beach, video games, and hiking.
What's up, guys? I'm Waldo. I'm the current GM of the DSFL team, the Dallas Bird Dogs. I will be reading for the OCO Orange County Otters. I like long walks on the beach, sleeping in, and obviously playing video games just like Painted.
Well, heck yeah. What a great way to start it.
I was muted. Sorry. I was coughing and I muted myself.
I was just like, is there
Thanks.
something else I'm supposed to say?
Thank you, Dewalt,
I also
for-
love Slop Face Killer, so Slop Face Killer.
Xenos, thank you for telling us that you could hear everyone. I actually really appreciated that. For once, you didn't troll me. All right, let's get this thing underway. Let me remember to do that thing. There we go. And it looks like Yellowknife has the first pick of the draft. Who's reading for Yellowknife?
Did you assign them? Is it you? Is it you?
Who did I give Yellowknife to?
Oh,
One second.
All right,
It's
LCC,
Lord
you've been practicing.
Cool Cat.
I got it.
Ha! It's
With
not
the-
me.
With the first pick in the ISFL Draft, the Yellowknife race, select Xenos the Legend, aka Silence Suzuka, the wide receiver for Dallas. It's no secret that the Rays badly needed a wide receiver one to pair up with up-and-coming QB Maximus Boudreaux. So who better to pick than the veteran user who already has a Hall of Fame receiver in his past lives? We're hoping the Boudreaux-Suzuka connection will live up to the legendary pairings of Yellowknife's past. Also, Xenos plays Civ.
Wow.
Very nice.
That's big.
I think this is definitely a deserving pick after he helped me out with making sure everyone was able to be heard. So, yeah, great pick. New Orleans is up next. Wait, we never got notes for New Orleans, did we?
Oh, don't worry. I'm just going to ad-lib it.
Hell yeah, love it. All right, New Orleans is up next.
We do not condone anything that LCC says here.
Who is picked? Oh, this is going to be easy. Okay.
Oh, no.
With the second pick in the ISFL Draft, the New Orleans second line selects Dom FFL, player Oxford, a linebacker from Tijuana. The Dom in Dom FFL is clearly short for Dom Perignon, because New Orleans is popping champagne with this pick. Without a doubt, one of the best users in the league. He's one of the greatest werewolf and Town of Salem players of all time. Just imagine the capabilities he'll have if he actually puts his efforts towards an ISFL player. As a NOLA truther myself, I know that they're just one good player away from an ISFL Ultimus, and Dom might just be the one to bring it all together. Welcome to the team, Dom.
You got the notes, didn't you?
No,
No,
that's
that
off the
was
dome,
really off the
homie.
dome.
Ooh, that's off the dome.
Love that. Most people think the Oxford comma is kind of obsolete, but I think they're going to have a great impact in New Orleans. I really think it's a fit.
I don't know if people think that.
They do.
Anyway.
Dumb people think that.
All right. Next up, we have the Saber Kitties, and Russ isn't even here to argue with me about that not being their name.
How fitting. Well, with the third pick of the first round of the S46 draft, San Jose selects Krusty Krab Pizza, wide receiver, user Din Dog. Is what SJS had to say about the pick. Can dogs and cats coexist? Of course they can. Din Dog was a fantastic reputation around the league, including in our war room. Multiple members were excited about the possibility of being able to bring them to the draft, and what they saw was when they saw their name on the prospect sheet. And luckily enough for us, we were. Dog expressed that he had positional flexibility, which is very helpful for us as well. And we were able to finish up a rebuild and start to retool for the future. We've also got a fun connection with our new GM being someone who has worked on and around the aircraft for a long while, just like Din Dog does. Hopefully, they can learn to take flight for the green and gold.
DC freestyle to pick better than any of us will be able to read one.
Yeah.
He took the time to write it down, but still elite. Yeah. Just like this pick.
All right. Next, we have Chicago, who I'm reading for, and I know that's confusing because the Chicago GM is on the draft, but
it's intentional.
This is a bit of a long note, so let me spit out my cough drop 1 second. All right. With the fourth pick in the ISFL draft, the Chicago Butchers select running back Corey Trevor, user DigDug11. Despite having the eternal Jarvis Harbinger Marion at running back, it's time for Chicago to select the next man up for when JHM decides to leave us mortals behind to conquer new worlds. We decided there was no one better for the job than Corey Trevor. This shit alumni, that's South Harmon Institute of Technology, has the perfect blend of speed, power, and attitude to be a Chicago Butcher. As a player, we hope Corey Trevor will be able to keep the ground game going as Chicago continues their ascension back to ISFL greatness. Where was I? As a user, DigDug11 is good but not great. The good, a friendly and active user in the ISFL community with ties to the SHL. The bad is not familiar with the famous Chicago bean, and more importantly, thinks store carts should be returned by the customer. Honestly, I really expected better from a trailer park boy. By the way, this was written by So Evil. He's notorious for posting videos of himself not returning carts. Anyway, we in Chicago are more than excited to welcome Corey Trevor to the Windy City. Chop chop. Told you it was a long one. Yeah, great pick. Very high on our board. Glad we could get him at pick 4. I've never seen Trailer Park Boys. Is this a character from that show?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. Next up is Chicago again. And with pick 5, they will select a trade. And we just so happen to have both GMs here. D-Walt, why did you make this trade?
Because we don't like Go Tank anymore.
Fair enough.
No, Go Tank's great. Obviously, we're just coming off a stretch where we probably underachieved a little bit. We were pushing our success and trying to be competitive, but getting the chance to move up to 5 for an aging player is always a good move. So we're going to retool.
Personally, we had a really good season last season. We're hoping to take Go Tank and go even further this season.
And I'm sure we will. All right, D-Walt, the
Hey,
hot Lizzies are up.
With the 5th pick in the S46 ISFL Draft, Berlin selects Devin Jones, user Drizzy. And you would think I would have wrote my own notes, but I really didn't. But if you've been around the league, you know Drizzy, big SHL user, obviously a top earner in the class. They finally have some money built up to supply a long-lasting career. They want to push for Hall of Fame at cornerback, and we're here to support that. We're really looking to get them involved in all aspects of Berlin, war room, locker room, just kind of help us build the team back up and be a key piece for the future. So excited to get them here.
He was my SHL GM for a short time whenever I was in SHL long ago. So very active user. And let's see if New York gets an active user at pick 6.
Oh, I hope so.
I hope they would. Oh my goodness.
Hey, you never know.
Is it me? It's probably me. One sec, it's me.
Is it you?
Oh, it's me. Sorry, I was inviting users. With the sixth pick in the ISFL draft, New York selects Amcam Cam Kick. Amcam Kick. Amcam Cam Kick. Yeah, that sounds right. Drake
That
Wayne.
guy.
Wayne. Safety.
I feel like you've
And
been
they had to
stalling
say
to pull up the notes.
that's ridiculous. I hate this. Abracadabra. Not cadabra, abacadabra. Cam. New York was in the market for a top safety in this draft and in line with keeping the duck to monkey pipeline alive. We are beyond excited to bring Drake Wayne onto the team as the next great defensive back for the Silverbacks. Cam thoroughly impressed us more than once during in scouting, and we couldn't be happier to have landed them at 6 overall.
Very nice. All right, Waldo, time to read your first pick.
Let's go. With the number 7 overall selection, the Orange County Otters select Chopper Don Quixote, wide receiver from London, user AmJohnson636. We had AJ rated very high. We loved him. We think he was a top 3 pick in this draft, and we're absolutely so excited that he was there at 7th overall. We would like to thank every single other of the 6 teams in front of us for being stupid and letting us get an extremely active new create with our first pick in the draft. We're stoked to have him in OCO for seasons and seasons to come, and we're excited to watch him cook DBs for as long as he's in the league.
And he's a big One Piece fan, so that's how you know he's good.
Never seen
Is
One
that
Piece.
a good barometer for? Oh,
It's the barometer.
Infinite join the chat.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Pass.
Sick pass.
Breach.
The fun's over now.
All right.
Wow, what's that smell, guys? Oh my goodness.
Berlin is up again.
With the 8th pick in the S46 ISFL draft, Berlin selects a trade.
Great.
How exciting.
So we have traded the 8th pick to Sarasota. They receive our 3rd round pick next year in our NFL draft, and we receive their 2nd pick. So we really just kind of move up a few picks, expecting Sarasota to be pretty good.
Sarasota thinks this is a good trade for them, and with the 8th overall pick, Sarasota selects Gordon Bombay, linebacker Leopold Roy. And this is what Sarasota had to say about the pick. We came to this draft knowing that we wanted to get Gordo. We knew the chances of getting him at pick 13, were slim, so we made our move. Gordo already has a great relationship with many of us in Sarasota, so it's a perfect match. Gordo also has shown he is a great user and a top-tier earner, so he's sure to make a big splash in Sarasota.
Yeah, Gordo was a great player on his great user on his first player. Hopefully he can replicate that with a new player on a new team. And next up, we have LCC reading for Nola.
All right, this is another one off the dome. With the 9th
Can you
pick.
rap this one?
No.
Okay.
How about spoken word, like you said you enjoyed so much?
Maybe next season.
Okay.
I'll rap it again. With the 9th pick in the ISFL draft, the New Orleans second line picks user Cement Hands, player Octavio Valaris, offensive line from Portland. Cement Hands, good thing they're not a wide receiver, am I right? Jokes aside, we had such an amazing scouting conversation with Cement Hands that we couldn't resist the temptation to draft them. We have high hopes they'll take on a leadership role on the team, join the war room, and maybe even become a GM someday. We all know Nola is just one good player away from an Ultimates, and bulking up the offensive line is a step in the right direction. With a name like Octavio Valaris, we have no doubt he'll be able to conquer the line of scrimmage like a Roman Empire. Welcome to the team, Octavio.
Very nice.
Okay.
I think you're reading again for Arizona. Is that right?
Yeah, but they gave me notes, so this is an easy one. With the 10th pick in the ISFL Draft, the Arizona Outlaws select user Kale Salad, player Purdy Mediocre, the running back from the Kansas City Coyotes. From Lemonapi, we couldn't be more happy to welcome back team legend and fantastic person Kale back to Arizona, parentheses, and his pictures of his 2 pups, in parentheses. Purdy Mediocre has some work cut out for him to become Purdy Amazing. We can't wait to see what he'll bring as the next great Arizona running back. Welcome to the team, Purdy.
Beautiful.
Definitely great pick.
Okay. Honolulu is now on the clock.
Yep. And with 11th overall pick, Honolulu selects Frazzle 14, players Hardy Harry, kicker/punter. And this is what Honolulu had to say. We've been gaming against Frazzle for a while now and excited to get him on our side. He's a huge asset with someone as much experience as him. Bonus is stealing away from AUS after the conference championship this season. Very happy to have him on the team.
Go
ahead.
I'm trying to figure out what this render is.
I really don't know.
That's Frazzle.
Looks like my nightmares.
Anyway, Hardy makes me think. I looked up the hearts of Midlothian mascot, but I'm pretty sure he hates the hearts. So I'm a little confused, and that's also not it. So that must not be it. But go Hearts, Frazzle. It's gonna be really weird seeing Frazzle on a new team since he was with Austin the whole time. But
all right. Well, Honolulu has back-to-back picks. So with the 12th overall pick, Honolulu selects. User is, I believe it's Gris. Maybe Grease. Player is Leo Simon Schwartz, defensive tackle. We had a blast scouting with him. After both of us gone through plenty of scouting combos up to this point, I challenged him to answer and talk only using GIFs. So I hope he turns out okay. I know Grease joined with a few buddies and Austin get with the best of the bunch. Also excited to have him on the team.
Nice. Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out who that mascot was. Berlin is on the clock.
With the 13th pick in the S46 ISFL Draft, Berlin selects PP Poop Eater Jr., user Nathan. Nathan was on Berlin their whole career with their last player for a long time, a defensive tackle, really high earner, and then eventually swapping into offensive line to help us kind of make a last push and for some cap reasons. Nathan is, let me actually go in my notes now. We love Nathan. They showed up. They were a 4th round pick last time, so now they jump all the way to the 1st round pick. To being a 1st round pick. We're targeting them the entire draft, really trying to bring them back, and glad we were able to do that and acquire some assets while doing that. So
nice.
Welcome
Always
back.
Good to see people return to their old team.
Home, not old team.
Like
home.
Okay, home. If it's his home, why is he wearing a Butcher's jersey?
Ooh.
Well, that's obviously Seymour not paying attention. Come on, Seymour.
Okay, just so everyone knows, I believe Hardy Harry is an old mascot for the Hearts of Midlothian, Scottish.
Oh my goodness.
Scottish soccer team. So yeah, mystery solved. Next up is Austin.
Undercover. And this is me, right? Let me make sure before I keep saying things. With the 14th pick in the ISFL Draft, the Austin Copperheads select 7th rounder, El Merchento. They had to say, despite his 7th rounder name, we were very pleased to see that coming in at the 14th pick, El Merchento is still on the board with. We were more than happy to snap him up quickly. He's a great user who we all know will be a fun locker room presence, and he can certainly fill a need to replace some of our aging offensive weapons. Even the fact that is well loved by Mike Whiskey. Those are some bad typing. Didn't put us off from this steal at the back end of the 1st round. Even the fact that is well loved by Mike Whiskey. Yeah. I think Mike Whiskey loves them, and I understand why. I had a great scouting conversation with them. What a good user.
We have a command in Dallas that's just exclamation point Mike, and it's a message from Circo just saying, "Don't pay attention to Mike. He's a whiskey and a coke in half the time, all the time."
What a guy. Living the life. Next up, we have Yellowknife. That rhymed.
Oh, this is me. Okay. With the 15th pick in the ISFL draft, the Yellowknife Wraiths select the skinny man player Sergei Nunkablok, a defensive end from Norfolk. We're guessing Nunkablok slipped because his TPE is a bit lower than the class leaders, but that's a bit of a misleading metric since he created later. We're certainly not complaining, as it means we're getting a strong earning lineman in the second round. Beyond the player, user The Skinny Man has been involved with scouting and war room activities for Norfolk, which we will always value highly. We are thrilled to have him. Welcome to the team, The Skinny Man.
Nice. I like
Very nice. And I think I'm up again.
I like the render is what I was going to say. But yes, let's hear your beautiful note for New Orleans.
Oh, I didn't even see it. Is this Captain Crunch?
Captain
The cap?
Crunch.
Yeah,
There's
love
no
it.
T in the name. Come on. It's Captain.
Captain Crunch.
Yes.
No cap.
Captain Crunch.
Yes.
Does he have a gun?
Apostrophe.
I don't know.
All right. With the 16th pick in the ISFL draft, the New Orleans second line select Sloth Face Killer, player Jack Sloth, a kicker and punter from Tijuana.
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 He's from Tijuana.
As my own little note here as the CTC GM at the beginning, as a GM who lost in the Ultimates recently due primarily to a kicker just going absolutely out of their mind and knocking down a bunch of big field goals, I completely respect drafting a kicker. They win games for you. So picking one up makes a lot of sense. Now, jumping on to New Orleans draft notes, I personally spoke with the New Orleans GMs Baz and Tooth Pete, and they told me that they had such an amazing scouting conversation with Slothface Killa that they couldn't resist the temptation to draft him. They have high hopes that they'll take on a leadership role on the team, join the war room, and maybe even become a GM someday. We all know New Orleans is just one good player away from an Ultimates, and having Jack Sloth on the team to knock down those field goals is just what they need. Welcome to the team, Slothface Killa.
Awesome.
With all this one player away from Ultimates talk from NOLA, they better be in contention this year or next year.
Yeah, definitely.
I think once
No
you
way.
go over, you bust and you have to go back to zero.
No. That's horrible
Yeah.
news for New Orleans. Well, first kicker off the board, I think. So let's see what the Saber Kitties do.
Well, with the 17th overall pick, San Jose selects a trade with Chicago.
Hold on. This
It
doesn't
should
look right.
be. San
No,
Jose.
it should
But
be
yeah, this is
Sarasota and
right,
San
just-
Jose.
Yeah, it's right, just not the correct
Right.
image there.
Wow.
So it's not Chicago, it's San Jose on the right.
It's San Jose, yeah. Well, anyway.
So Sarasota receives this pick and a second next year, while San Jose they're trading back 10 picks, and they get Sarasota's first next year. And now
Yep.
Sarasota is up.
And with the second overall pick, Sarasota selects user Crow19. Player is Miller Light, safety. And this is what they had to say. If you couldn't get Gordo in the first round, the other players we were targeting was Crow. So when we saw him start sliding in the second, we started making some calls. Other teams seemed to be spooked a bit by Crow's previous player, but we had a strong connection in our conversations with him and feel great about what he can offer to our franchise on and off the field. We expect Crow to come in with a chip on his shoulder now, ready to prove everyone wrong. Welcome to Sarasota, Crow.
I believe we've had a player named Bushlight before who was a very good linebacker, so hopefully Miller Light.
Same user.
Oh, it is the same user?
Yeah, same user.
Wasn't Bushlight
Good
pretty
name,
good?
then.
Bushlight was a New Orleans linebacker for a
Yeah.
while and was pretty solid, if I believe
Yeah, I think
correctly.
a couple of Pro Bowls or something. Anyway, Cape Town is on the clock.
This is the first time that I get to read for my own team. That's a
Hmm.
delight.
Better be good.
I wonder who it could be, actually. With
This
the
is so exciting.
18th pick in the ISFL draft, the Cape Town Crash select. Oh my God, it's me. Lord Cool
Reach.
Cats.
Oh my god,
Scorch Von Turbo, running back from the Portland
that
Pythons.
is terrible.
Reach.
That's the
Off
best
pick.
render of all
Off the
time.
pick.
Let it
Oh,
be
I'm not
known.
talking about the
Reach.
render, I'm talking about the pick. Reach.
Let's
Really
just be
questionable
upfront
pick.
about this. The only reason Cape Town is picking this bozo is because they're required to by law. Otherwise, this would be the last pick in the entire draft. Everyone knows Lord Cool Cats is washed up. He should probably be Mr. Irrelevant. I am seeing a lot more insults in these draft notes that Negs gave me. I think I'm just going to skip to the end of the paragraph. Scorch Von Turbo, go zoom, zoom, zoom. Ice Bear can suck it. Let's move on to the next pick.
Just so everyone knows,
Take
so
that,
it's
I
clear,
swear.
ISFL GMs are required to pick their own player with their first pick in the second round. So that is why LCC.
Yeah.
Don't
made this pick.
explain
That is
it.
why it is a
Context.
Ruins the fun.
I'll let them know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Let it be a mystery.
Pick 19. Chicago's on the clock, and they will be taking a trade
Another trade.
with Cape Town. Why did you do this, Painted?
Because we needed, again, more players and more weapons since Austin Morley is now dying.
That
And
sure makes a lot of sense.
we have also sucks. So we
Wait,
felt Jake
hold on.
is a good pick here.
What was that last part?
The wide receiver we have sucks.
You mean the rookie of the year last year?
Nah, scraps.
LCC, why did you trade away J Money? It's poor defensive.
Because they gave us a really good pick, and it just made sense.
Okay,
We would have been dumb to say no, and that's just math.
fair enough.
Yeah. Fair
All
enough.
right, you're up.
Yeah, I don't think that I've read a single pick. It's always been back-to-back picks. So 18 and now 19. With the 19th pick in the ISFL draft, the Cape Town Crash select Keegan, player Drew Freducci, running back from the Bondi Beach Buccaneers. The Crash were so confident in choosing Lord Cool Cats at pick 18 for their running back that they decided to make the careful consideration and grab another running back at pick 19 just to be safe. I should feel proud about that, says Negs. In all honesty, though, this was one of the easier draft picks that we have ever made as a team. Keegan scouted incredibly well. We think that they will be just an absolutely massive addition to the team. We all know that Cape Town is just one good player away from an Ultimus, so we're psyched to have him here today. Suck it, Ice Bear. Next pick.
New Orleans is on the clock. Or wait, not New Orleans, New York.
New York. And with the 20th pick in the ISFL draft, New York selects Lyle Taylor, user Purple Pirate Poo. Let's hear what the GMs had to say. Avast ye! What's better than one safety if not two? New York landed a steal by plundering Purple Pirate Poo here in the second round. A steal on par with greats such as Sean Robinson and Mandrews McCollywood, I dare say. We'll be giving no quarter to opposing quarterbacks for seasons to come with this addition to the secondary.
Can you reread all of that, but in pirate speak?
Avast ye! Yarg! What's be better than one safety if not two?
It's gonna take forever. I'm gonna cut you off there.
Smart move.
Looks like you're on the clock. So go ahead and read this, and then LCC, you fill time because I need to go blow my nose.
You want me to fill time right now?
Don't tell LCC to fill
Okay,
time.
we'll do this
Yarg,
pick first.
ladies! With the 21st pick in the ISFL draft, Berlin be selecting
Oh god, he can't get out of the pirate.
Snap out of it.
the Jasper
Okay, be right back.
Probin Crux the fourth, user Jay Reed. Had a great conversation with Jay Reed. They seem to be a newer user to the league, but we talked for several days in their scouting conversation. They asked a lot of good questions, really seemed interested to get involved. And that's exactly the type of user we're looking to have, somebody who wants to be involved in the team, maybe contribute to War Room. We definitely needed a defensive end after trading away Goat Tank. So I'm excited to add them to the team. I think they have a couple of friends in the league, and in my opinion, we got the best one in that friend group. So LCC, take it away.
You just want me to kill time?
Yeah, just say
Yeah.
things about Ice Bear, or Ice Square as I want to call him.
Do some slam poetry on there.
Can we battle rap?
I can show you the world.
Wow.
Shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, Ice Bear, now when did you last let your heart decide? I can open your eyes,
Oh, I thought the chorus was coming next.
take you wonder by wonder, over, sideways, and under on an ISFL draft. A whole new pick.
Oh, okay.
A new
I'm back, but
Is he
you
back?
keep
Okay.
going if you want.
Thank goodness.
Oh, hi,
We didn't
Nothing
let us
happened
finish
while
our
you were
song.
gone.
Infinite, everything's fine. Everything's fine and normal. Orange County's on the clock.
Who's promised a
Oh
musical?
shit, that's me. Can I sing our pick?
Sure.
Yes.
No, I'm not gonna do that. With the 22nd overall pick, the Orange County you wish. The Orange County Otters select Lass Ziegler, quarterback from Norfolk, user JPC8237. Somehow Orange County Otters have managed to get a bigger steal or a 22nd overall pick than our 7th overall pick. Jay is 8th in this class when it comes to total TB and is already a GM in the juniors over in the SHL. This is also a huge bonus because we do have connections with Jay, as he is good friends with my co-GM in Dallas, Crazy Tomato, who is also an Orange County Otters user. We are once again thrilled to land this great user and thank every single GM before us for being just so stupid and letting us get another great player. We thank you,
Yeah, especially
and we
Iceberg.
worship the ground you stand on, especially Ice Bear, Lord
Really
Cool
stupid.
Cats,
Yes. Suck it, Ice Bear.
Crony, every other GM.
I was about to say, I'm not going to let you sit there and name every GM.
I couldn't name them if I tried, don't worry.
I don't think I could either these days, but next
These days. All right, old man.
Next up are the Wraiths.
Back in my day.
With the 23rd pick in the ISFL draft, the Yellowknife Wraiths select BJK man Billy Van Gogh, QB from Portland. Yellowknife has several NFC East fans among our more legendary users, and one thing we've for sure learned is a lesson from the Eagles that it's always worth it to have a backup plan at QB. Obviously, we're not planning on replacing Zoot, our shadow GM would never let us anyway, but you never know what might happen down the road. Plus, BJK Man is a great user with a Hall of Fame player in his past, so really, we can't go wrong here. Welcome to the team, Billy Van Gogh.
Love an old-timey render. I don't know if I've seen an older render than this one, actually.
Is that who is that?
I couldn't tell you. I have no idea.
That's
that
Norman
Billy
Like an
Berglund.
NFL films bit.
Oh, that would make sense, yeah. Touchdowns?
Look at that football.
Touchdowns in a game?
Is that a
Leaves
Tom
Van
Brady
Gogh?
football, or is that just Shadow?
All right, back on track. Arizona is on the clock.
Guess what? It's me again. With the 24th pick in the ISFL draft, the Arizona Outlaws select, Ridichin, player Win Jenkins, a kicker punter from Bondi Beach Buccaneers. From GM Lemonapi, he says, our scouting conversation with Ridichin was fantastic, especially about the new player experience. We were surprised that he was available for us, honestly. We look forward to seeing him in the ISFL in a couple seasons. After nabbing the longest kick record in the DSFL, of course. Welcome to the team, Win Jenkins.
Welcome indeed. Next up is Colorado. It's finally my turn to read a pick again. And with the 25th pick, the Yetis select cornerback Terry Keller, user that small boy DSB. Steg said, with few picks in this draft, we knew we had to make an impact where we could. DSB falling to us was a perfect fit. Not only is Terry Keller a positional fit with great value this late, multiple members of Colorado spent time with him in New York on one of his previous players, Sean Snyder, and are excited to recapture some of the magic they experienced then. Welcome to Colorado. I definitely expected DSB to go back to New York. I believe his last two players were on New York, but cool to see him go to a new environment. And Next up are the Hahalua.
And with that, the 26th overall pick, Honolulu selects user MM Biggie Newton, running back from Norfolk. This is what Honolulu has to say. Man, this dude has always done what's best for the team, is now getting the opportunity to finally be a huge factor in the offense. We expect him to be scooting into our end zone for seasons to come. Fig will become the third of Flex's players to bring home an ultimate. Welcome back.
I want to know on the render thread what he listed for that to be. Like, is it just dog scratching butt, or what does he say?
Could have
Oh,
been
he's a dog.
that specific image.
Hang on, I can pull it
That
up.
could have been.
That's
Still better, nice bear.
Still better, nice pair.
Well, I mean, that's a very low bar. I mean,
Come on,
Still better,
Infinite.
nice
Draft's
pair.
waiting on you.
All right.
It is dog drag gif good boy.
Very nice.
Nailed it.
All right, the Saber Kitties are on the clock.
That's me again. The 27th overall pick, San Jose selects linebacker Dulio's beard, user Russ drives the bus. And this is what he himself has to say about his own pick. Do I write these in third person? I don't know what to do with my hands. We traded back and got some solid value, and then had to spend it on me. It is what it is. That's showbiz, baby.
In case you're wondering, that render has to be Russ at Cece's wedding. It looks just like him. He wore sunglasses the entire time. It was 10 o'clock at night.
It was a great time. The sunglasses were iconic and definitely didn't make him look like the Coke dealer. I believe Duilio spent like over $100 on getting this name, by the way, in the charity drive. So
That's awesome.
oh,
Okay.
good
I
for
was
him.
really confused. I was like, how did he?
Yep. Next up is Austin.
Reach
Reach. We got Reach, by the way.
and Flex 2.
And Flex. All reaches. Who has
And
Austin?
with the 28th pick, now that we're done with that, in the ISFL draft, the Austin Copperheads have selected Matthew McDermott Jr., user Maddie7478. And they had to say, Maddie is a loved member of the ISFL community, and we are delighted to bring them back into Austin at this late point in the draft. We know that he will vibe really well with everyone in Austin, and we're looking forward to him taking over kicking duties very soon.
Very nice.
Matt-
I really,
Maddie's the goat.
I had a great talk with Maddie. I really wanted Maddie if we had a second round pick that we didn't trade away or something. But yeah, he was one of the was Maddie's first kicker, like really, really good. Didn't he have
Maddie
one
was
of the longest kickers or kicks ever or something?
One of the
Yes.
longest kickers ever.
Yeah,
Just
He
a
was
long guy.
He was
Very
7'5". Couldn't kick worth a shit, but he was like a great guy, so they just kept him around.
All right. It looks
With
like
the
LCC. Yep. Go ahead.
29th pick in the ISFL draft, the Yellow Knife Wraiths select Small Kern Boy, player Taylor Swift, offensive line from Minnesota. Look, we hope this doesn't cause any bad blood with a certain NFL star, but we think we found the one here with Taylor Swift.
Ugh.
We've got a blank space on our offensive line, and with Swift bolstering it, we expect it to just hit different and leave the opponents seeing red. Our QB, Maximus Bourdreau, will certainly enjoy the ability to breathe a little more comfortably in the pocket. We were absolutely enchanted with this pick from the get-go. Long live Swift.
Who
I
wrote
support every bit of that.
Haters gonna hate me.
that? Who?
A lot of
couldn't
Taylor
have gotten
Swifts
better.
in the history of the league.
Rightfully so.
Swift and anime runs the league, man.
There are a shocking number of Swifties in this league too.
If one of them can really take off, it could really help recruitment numbers.
Yeah, maybe. Put some respect on Pow Adrian's name. Anyway,
No, I don't think I will.
how dare you? New Orleans is on the
With,
clock.
yeah,
Quit
I'm
cutting
gonna
me off, LCC. Gosh.
I'm sorry. I'm just ready to go. With the 30th pick in the ISFL draft, the New Orleans second line selects A Ford 9910, player Aaron Ford, the running back from London. Anyone who drafts a running back this season is clearly out of their mind, but this one might just make sense. NOLA picks up A Ford 9910, the return of the one, the only Aaron Ford. They're excited to have this stud torch the rest of the league, and look, I spoke with NOLA's GMs, Baz and Tooth Pete, personally. They had such amazing things to say about Aaron Ford, they could not resist the temptation to draft him. They have high hopes he'll make a leadership role on the team, maybe even join the war room, maybe even be a GM someday. Because we know NOLA is just one good player away from an Ultimus. Welcome to the team, Aaron Ford.
Aaron Ford, ultimate deal breaker.
Love it. All right. Sabercats again.
The 31st pick in the S46 draft, SJS selects user I Hate Racing, Dave Mascarpone, running back from Minnesota. This is what they had to say. I had a cheesy little convo with Maeve and was more than happy to add someone with so much sim experience to the squad. They were elected captain and men, and we love to see those qualities in our players. I would be remiss if I didn't note that you will not find anyone who loves tiramisu more than Maeve. Don't even try. We can't wait to work with you. Welcome to San Jose.
Wow, sounds like Russ really enjoyed his conversation. Let's see if LCC enjoyed his conversation with pick 32.
Oh, I did. With the 32nd pick in the ISFL draft, the Cape Town Crash select JBrid416, player Squints Jr., a wide receiver from Minnesota. CTC continues its offensive reload by grabbing a stud wide receiver with pick 32. We have high hopes this new user can ramp up and become a star for our team. Now that Negs is no longer our quarterback, Cape Town wide receivers might actually have a shot at breaking some records. We'll see. Suck it, Ice Bear. Welcome to the team, Jaybrid.
Yes.
Love the sunglasses. Absolute drip. Also, it looks like his knee has a baseball in it, but I'm sure that's fine. Pick 33, the Butchers select safety Cassius Ketch, user YH Ryan. YRH Ryan. I didn't get a note for this one.
Well, we were looking and found someone who's most active of the bunch of them, and we can't wait to add more safety depth to our team. I can't believe I actually made a pick with this one. I thought you only could trade picks, but I guess you can make some picks with them. So welcome to the team, Cassius.
What a world we live in. All right, New York is up.
And with the 34th pick in the ISFL draft, New York selects boom, John Leston, user Frozen Creek. And New York had to say, looking to add to our vast array of receiving options, New York opted to grab John Leston here in the 3rd round. Frozen Creek has shown some recent form activity, and we hope they end up being the steal of the draft. You only get one. Steal of the draft.
Oh, sounded like there was more. Sorry.
Nope, that's it. This is the one. This is the steal. Everybody, this is it.
Oh.
All right. Orange County, Oko is on the clock. Let's see if Waldo thinks all the GMs are stupid again.
I have bad news. With the 35th overall pick, the Orange County Otters select Daddy Dimes, linebacker from the Kansas City Coyotes, user Insurgent1315. Now, while he may not be the most active player yet, we can hope that Daddy can father some time to make a few good updates and take the milk back to the store so he can enjoy a great career for OCO and enjoy a great time sport.
How about the other GMs, though?
Well, they still suck.
Okay.
Just not as much now, but like they suck for the other two picks. They still also the sucking is keeping going on.
You know who really sucks? The GM of the next team on the clock, the Berlin Fire Salamanders.
He's a terrible guy.
I've heard that, and I support that. And of course, with the 36th pick in the ISFL draft, Berlin selects Stephen Murray, Mr. Basketball.
Stephen?
Yeah, Stephen. That's how people say it nowadays. Like the Curry, but now it's the Murphy.
But Steph Curry spells it with an O, doesn't he? No, he
I
doesn't.
don't.
No, it's
No,
an E.
No,
that's
he doesn't.
ridiculous. You watch basketball,
Oh, barely.
and this is what I just had to type up. Now, while they might not be the most active player yet, we can hope that Daddy can father some time and take the milk back to the store. We worship the grounds other GMs walk on because they're all too stupid to have picked this person, and we are the best because of that.
That sounds weirdly familiar.
I would like to raise a red flag for plagiarism.
Denied.
Yeah.
Next up is Baltimore.
Aww.
And at pick 37, they select running back Cody Shredder, sick name. User Zaffuses. And they said, random selection strikes again. Since you went IA, we hope you're out there shredding life or something like that. We'd love for you to come back and shred defenses.
Shredder.
Hope they come back.
Hardly know her.
Hell yeah, I love that. Next up is Arizona. LCC, you've read a lot tonight. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to throw so many picks at you. Oh god, he died from all the picks that he had to read.
I'm LCC.
Whoa, he sounds just like him.
Okay, there he is.
I don't have I don't have a note for pick 37
Okay.
or for pick 38.
That's
So we're
fine.
just gonna wing it.
Yep.
With
Oh,
the
come on,
38th
again.
pick in the ISFL draft, the Arizona Outlaws select TJ Interfeld, user Big Dalla from the Portland Pythons. That's a defensive tackle, folks. Everybody knows that Arizona was just one pick away from winning the Ultimates, and that defensive tackle is exactly what they need. The weakest spot on their team, and TJ Interfeld is really going to bulk it up. You know, I talked to the Arizona GMs, and they were saying that Big Dalla might be a future GM for the team someday. Wow. So keep earning those TPEs, buckle down, and we'll see what happens. Welcome to the team, Big Dalla.
TPEs.
All right. We are approaching the end of the draft, getting close. And with pick 39, Colorado selects safety Colin Henderson. I also didn't get a note for this player, but I'm hearing they have a chance at being the next GM of Colorado if they keep earning well.
For the Arizona Outlaws.
For the Arizona Outlaws, yeah.
That's Frank.
I shut up. Yeah, user Solar Slayer. I don't think I said that anyway.
Come back, 138 TPE. We miss you.
It's actually a really solid earner for this part of the draft. Anyway, next up is Honolulu, or wait. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. With the 40th overall pick, Honolulu selects quarterback Ernest Splash. I also didn't have any notes for this one. But, you know, Honolulu was one pick away from winning the Ultimate. And with this cornerback, they're going to really make a splash in Honolulu and finally get that trophy.
So many teams so close to greatness. I didn't realize until tonight's draft stream. All right. Looks like that was the last pick of the draft. Congratulations to everyone on being drafted. Me or Infinite will post your draft cards shortly after the draft. And I definitely won't post the awards results like that one time.
But tune in just in case.
Yeah. Keep F5ing on that thread. Thank you guys for joining me. You guys were great. LCC, thank you for killing time by singing. That was awesome.
Anytime.
All right. I think that's it. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.